ज्ञानकोश, Puranas.
सर्गश्च प्रतिसर्गश्च वंशो मन्वन्तराणि च वंशानुचरितं चैव पुराणं पञ्चलक्षणम्.
Markandeya Purana, Sovereign Manvantara. Markandeya says, O great sage, now I am going to tell you about the Manvantara of Sovereign, which will be the 9th Manvantara. Sovereign was the son of Daksha. During this Manvantara, there will be 3 prominent groups of deities. Each group would comprise of 12 deities. During this Manvantara, Indra would be known as Abhut. The names of the Saptarishis of this Manvantara would be Medhaditi, Vasu, Satya, Jyotishman, Dhyutiman, Sabal and Hatyavahan. Sovereign will have 8 sons: Drishtketu, Bharaketu, Panchastata, Nirmaya, Prithashu Varaha, Ashishman, Guridhrumna and Brihidyamaya. The 10th Manvantara will be named after the 10th Manasputra of Lord Brahma. During this Manvantara, the names of 2 prominent groups of deities will be Shukhasin and Niruddha. The total population during this mantra will be 100 people. The total number of deities during this manvantara will also be of the same number. The name of Indra during this 10th Manvantara will be Shanti, and the names of Saptarishis during this 10th Manvantara would be Apomurti, Havishman, Shukrit, Satya, Nabhaga, Aparatim and Vasistha. The 10th Manu would have 10 sons: Shuketra, Uttamoja, Bhurishra, Viryavan, Shataknek, Vrishbha, Anamitra, Jayadratha, Bhuridhrumna and Suparva. The 11th Manvantara will be named after Sovereign, the son of Dharma. During this Manvantara, there will be 3 prominent groups of deities: Vihagna, Kamag and Nirmapati. Each group would comprise of 30 deities. Indra would be known by the name of Vrikshakya. The name of the Saptarishis of this Manvantara would be Havishman, Varishata, Nishchar, Anaga, Vishti, Agnidev. The 11th Manu would have 6 sons: Sarvatrag, Sushma, Devanik, Urudhva, Hemadhanma and Dhritidhyanu. The 12th Manvantara will be named after Sovereign, the son of Rudra. The names of the 5 prominent groups of deities of this Manvantara will be Sudharma, Sumana, Harit, Rohit and Suvarna. Each group will comprise of 10 deities during this mantra. And this Manvantara, Indra would be known by the name of Krathathama. The names of the Saptarishis during this Manvantara would be Dhyuti, Tapasvi, Sutva, Tapomurti, Taponidhi, Taporati and Tapodhiti. The Manu of this Manvantara would have 6 sons: Devanan, Upadev, Deva Shrestha, Vidhur, Ratha, Mitravan and Mitravinda. Raucha would be the Manu during the 13th Manvantara. 3 prominent groups of deities would be Sudharma, Sukarma and Susharma. During this Manvantara, Indra would be known by the name of Divaspati. The name of the Saptarishis of this Manvantara will be Dhritiman, Avayya, Tatvardharshi, Niruktakshuk, Nirmoha, Suttapa and Nikshakam. During this Manvantara, Manu would have 8 sons: Chitrasena, Vichitra, Niyati, Nirbhai, Dhrid, Sunetra, Kshetra Buddhi and Suvarati. Raucha Manvantara. Ruchi advised to get married. Markandeya says, as soon as the ancestors departed, a beautiful Apsara came near Ruchi. Her name was Pramolocha. She said to him, O great sage, I have a daughter named Malini. The name of my husband is Pushkar. I want to get her betrothed to you. Please accept her as your wife. In course of time she would give birth to Manu. Ruchi accepted her proposal. Ruchi married Malini in the presence of sages. In course of time Malini gave birth to a son who was named Raucha. Raucha Manvantar was named after him. Markandeya says, during ancient times the ancestors of Ruchi were not pleased by his unmarried status. He was a sage of high degree and used to have good food once a day. The ancestor asked him, O son, why didn't you get married? Grahastha ashrama holds a very important place in the life of a man. It is only after paying his 3 debts, Rina, that a man is entitled to become a householder. All your efforts in paying off your debts towards the deities and ancestors are useless unless you are married. Your aspiration of attaining the supreme abode would go in vain unless you have become a father. Ruchi replied, getting married is the root cause of all sources and sorrows. It also obstructs the upward spiritual movement of a man. That is why I am not having any interest in getting married. Having self-control helps a man to attain salvation. The ancestor said the path you have chosen would never lead you towards salvation. A man reaps the fruits of his karma committed in his previous lives in the form of happiness and sorrow. An intelligent man must act in such a manner that his soul remains aloof from his karma. Ruchi replied, the path of actions, karma, has been described as an avidya in the Vedas. Why are you pushing me towards that path? The ancestors replied, it is true what you have said, but at the same time it can be proved wrong by one's karmas, because karmas are the means by which a man attains self-knowledge. Your belief that your actions are purifying your soul is based on false notions. Actually, by not doing your karma, you are only torturing your soul. Karma is very beneficial for a man's upliftment. So you must get married to enjoy a blissful life. Ruchi replied, O great ancestors, who will give his daughter to a poor and an old man like me? The ancestors warned Ruchi that if he went against their wishes, he would face degradation in every sphere of his life. After saying this, the ancestors disappeared. Ruchi eulogies his ancestors who bless him. Markandeya says, after the departure of his ancestors, Ruchi started wandering here and there in his restlessness. After some time, when he regained his composure, he decided to do penance to please Lord Brahma. His penance continued for 100 years. After the accomplishment of his penance, Lord Brahma appeared before him and asked what he desired. Ruchi expressed his desire of getting married as per the aspirations of his ancestors. Lord Brahma blessed him and also instructed Ruchi to eulogize his ancestors so that his wishes could be fulfilled. Ruchi eulogized his ancestors by chanting stotras. I make salutations to my ancestors who preside over the ceremony of Shraddha, who are pacified even by the deities by the chanting of Swaha made during the ceremony of Shraddha. I make salutations to my ancestors who dwell in the space and in the heaven. May my ancestors accept the offerings which I am making in the form of flowers, cereals, water, food. Markandeya says, hardly had Ruchi accomplished his genealogy of the ancestors, a very bright effulgence appeared in front of him, who were in fact his ancestors. They said, "Demand any boon." Ruchi replied, "Lord Brahma has instructed me to enhance the process of creation, so I need a wife for that purpose." The ancestors said, "Here at this very place you will find a beautiful wife. She would give birth to Rauchya. You too would become very famous as Prajapati because of your numerous sons, and you will attain salvation in the end." After blessing Rishi, the ancestors departed for heaven. The beginning of Bahutya Manvantara. Markandeya says, "Now I am going to tell you about the origin of Bahutya Manvantara." Sage Angira had a disciple named Bhuti. He was short-tempered in nature and used to curse anybody at the earliest opportunity. Everybody, including the deities like Indra, Vayu, Surya, were scared of him. Nobody went against his wishes and followed his commands. Bhuti had no children and commenced a rigorous penance to achieve one. But still his aspiration remained unfulfilled. He decided to quit doing penance. His brother, named Sauracha, invited him to the yajna he was performing. Bhuti left the hermitage after entrusting his disciple Shanti to look after its affairs. Shanti tried his best to perform his duties according to the instructions of his teacher. Bhuti, yet one day the sacrificial fire got extinguished somehow. Shanti became scared at the prospect of facing his preceptor's wrath. He was certain of being cursed by Bhuti. Finding no other option, he went to Agni, named Jativeda, and sought his help. He tried to please him by chanting Agni Stotra. He eulogized Agni in many ways. He said, "O Agni, the first of all creations, I need your blessing. Without you, the yajna cannot be performed. All the Vedas are full of praise for you. The deities as well as the demons try to pacify you by making offerings to you." The deity Agni became extremely pleased by Shanti's eulogy and appeared before him. He asked Shanti to express his desire. Shanti requested Agni to reignite the sacrificial fire which had gone off, so that he does not have to face the wrath of his guru. He then requested Agni to bless his guru with a son having all the good qualities. Agni was very much pleased by Shanti's devotion towards his guru. He said, "Your guru Bhuti would have a son named Bhautya, after whom the Manvantara would be named." After blessing him, Agni disappeared. Shanti returned to his hermitage and was very pleased to see the sacrificial fire burning. In the meantime, his guru Bhuti arrived. His guru was very pleased with the sincerity of Shanti with which he performed his duties in his absence. Bhuti said, "O son, I don't understand the reason why my heart is overwhelmed with love. Love is alien to my nature. If you are cognizant of the reason, please tell me." Then Shanti narrated the whole story. Bhuti was very pleased by his devotion. He taught all the Vedas to Shanti. In course of time, Bahutya was born to him. He was the Manu of the Bahutya Manvantara. During his Manvantara, there would be 5 prominent groups of deities: Chakshus, Kanishta, Pavitra, Brahajir, and Dharvatri. During this Manvantara, Indra would be known as Shushi. The names of Saptarishis would be Agniha, Agnibahu, Suchi, Mukt, Madhav, Shukra, and Ajit. Bhautyamanu would have 10 sons: Guh, Gambhir, Brahman, Bharata, Anugraha, Srimani, Pratir, Vishnu, Shankarman, and Shubham. A man who listens to the tales of all the 14 Manvantras is not only blessed but becomes liberated from all his sons. Bhatta Martandadev. Lord Brahma had created Daksha from the thumb of his right hand. Daksha's wife was created from the thumb of Brahma's left hand. Daksha had a daughter named Aditi. Martandadev was the son of Aditi and his father was Kashyapa. Kraushtuki asked, O Lord, why did Vivaswan Surya took birth as the son of Kashyapa? Markandeya says, during the initial phase of creation, when nothing existed except a large egg, Lord Brahma manifested inside that egg. Subsequently, he came out from that egg. At the time, a loud sound of Om came out from his mouth. From this sound of Omkar were created Buhur, Bhuva, and in the end Swaha. These three mystic words are the forms of Surya. After that, there three more mystic words were created, Maha, Jana, and Tapaha, each of the former word being grosser than the later one. In the end, the word Satya was created, which was the grossest of all. These 7 mystic words related with the Omkar illustrate the gross and the subtle forms of Vivaswan, manifestation of the sun god Aditya and the Vedas. Markandeya says, after Brahma came out from that egg, Rigveda manifested from his first mouth. From the mouth facing south manifested the Yajurveda. After that, Samaveda manifested from his mouth facing west. In the end, Atharva Veda came out from the mouth facing north. The Rigveda symbolizes the Rajoguna, while the Yajurveda symbolizes the Sattvaguna. Samaveda comprises of Tamoguna, whereas Atharva Veda is the mixture of Sattva and Tamoguna. The manifestation of the Vedas had illuminated the whole atmosphere, but the manifestation of Omkara overlapped their radiance and covered all the Vedas. At last, the radiance of the Vedas got united with that of the Omkar. The Rigveda symbolizes the form of Brahma during the period of creation, while Yajurveda symbolizes Lord Vishnu during the whole period of nurturing. Samaveda is symbolical of Rudra at the time of annihilation. Markandeya says, in the beginning of the creation, Surya shed unbearable amount of heat. This made the process of creation very difficult. Lord Brahma became worried. He thought, due to the extreme heat of the sun, all the water on this earth is getting evaporated. If this continues to happen, then how would the creatures survive? Lord Brahma eulogized Surya to please him. He said, I make salutations to Surya, who is the object of contemplation of great sages, who is the source of all energy. O Surya, it is only because of you that I can create, nurture, and annihilate. You are the protector of this universe, created from the Pancha Tattvas. Please subdue your radiance so that I can commence my creation. Vivaswan Surya became very pleased by Brahma's eulogy and subdued his radiance. Thus it became possible for Lord Brahma to begin his creation. He created the deities, demons, human beings, animals, vegetation, in the same way as he had done in earlier kalpas. Progenies of Kashyapa and Aditi's eulogy of Divakar. Markandeya says, Lord Brahma, after having created the universe, divided the earth into various islands. He also created the oceans and the mountains. Marichi, the son of Brahma, was the father of Kashyapa. Kashyapa was married to the 10 daughters of Daksha. He had numerous sons from them, like the deities, the demons, and many creatures like reptiles. Aditi was the mother of the deities, Diti of the demons, Danu of the Danavas, monsters. Vinita gave birth to Garuda and Arun. Ravasa was the mother of Yakshas and the Rakshasas. Kadru of the Nagas. Muni was the mother of Gandharvas. Krodha was the mother of Kulyava Ganas, Rishta of Apsaras. Ira was the mother of elephants and Tamra was the mother of Shayani. Ila gave birth to all the vegetation while Pradha gave birth to the insects. The earth was inhabited with the progenies of Aditi's sons. Lord Brahma had made the deities masters of all the three worlds. This decision of Brahma had made the Daityas, Danavas and Rakshasas very angry. They got united and started causing obstacles in the path of the deities. A great battle was fought between the deities and the demons, in which the deities were defeated. Aditi, the mother of the deities, became very sad. She did a rigorous penance to please the sun god. She observed fast and utilized the sun god for most of her time. At last the sun god appeared before her, but she could not bear his radiance, which was so powerful that she could not even open her eyes. She requested him to subdue his power so that she could see him.